Welcome to Formula One.
Hey guys, Ycoms here and welcome to the start of my F1 2016 career mode. As you can see in the title, I will split these rounds in two episodes for the moment, with practice and qualifying in this episode. In the next one, the race will be included. Of course, this one will be a little bit... this episode will be a little bit longer, just to show you guys everything what is part of this career mode. And here we go then. Let's start a new career, of course, custom weekend. As I said before, full qualifying and 50% race distance. You can't adjust the practice length. And moving on to the AI difficulty about now. I did a test with the ultimate AI and I just couldn't match them. I would have finished probably about P18, 19 or something like that, and it wouldn't be accurate and wouldn't be fun really to drive, and also not to watch, because it would be just be all over the place, but not fighting for any position and stuff like that. So I think in terms of the racing, it is better for the moment to stick to the legend AI, and when I feel confident enough and fast enough, I mean, we will definitely improve the car with the R&D and stuff like that. Maybe we will change the AI. So we're here trying to choose a helmet, actually. Probably going to choose a golden one, because I always use the golden one from the in the other games. And well, my favorite number is 16, and I'm lucky enough that this is actually this number is actually free. So entering my name here, stuff like that. Here we go. And yeah, now the team selection. This is quite an interesting one. I was thinking between well, probably one of the midfield teams, but I was thinking between the McLaren and not the McLaren, the Force India and the Haas, and I decided to drive in the Force India because it's my favorite team and I can choose my favorite driver as my teammate. So I think that's quite good, I guess. So start this, and now making some changes in the session setup and stuff like that. As you can see, now I will drive with no assist, just for confirmation. And probably also change something in the race settings. Here we go. AI drivers are on legend, and probably gonna switch to safety car on. Yes, vehicle damage on full. For the moment, I think I will stick that to full, because yeah. Yes, I think that's good. Corner cutting, but I will turn corner cutting on strict, because strict is not that strict like on 2015. That's why I'm using it. I mean, it is a little bit forgiving, but it will allow you to make mistakes and stuff like that. But if you cut or extend too much, you will get penalties and warnings, and that's why I'm definitely using this. I will go probably for the softer tire allocation preference. Simply because I will definitely need those for qualifying, I guess, and also for the race strategy in the end. And I think I will not need that much of medium soft tires, except for the practice sessions. And here we go. Then here, this is our yeah, home basically.
Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law, and I've been brought in to work as your agent. I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers, and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you, Mrs. Jenkins, I guess she's called. And here we go. This is our contract for the Force India team. Expect you to work. You can read through it if you want to. And yeah, that's basically it for this here. Now I think it looks pretty nice here, actually. So in this area here, and well, we'll most likely now open the laptop. Here we go, and we will laptop introduction. And yeah, let's get into the first practice session with all these new feature stuff and stuff like that, I guess.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Alright, nice introduction actually into this practice session.
In the unforgiving world of Formula One, free practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programs which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car.
Okay, let's start with that first test. Well, with the first practice session with the track acclimatization. This is a little bit confusing here with these things. They're a little bit irritating, putting me off a little bit in that first corner. But we will try to get as many points as possible. Locking up here a little bit. A bit unstable under braking. Get used a little bit to the car, the tires. Because I haven't really touched anything yet than the Mercedes. Except, yeah, a little bit the half and the Force India before, but nothing too major. And it is of course different from time trial here. So far, not such a bad lap. Only one green dot there on the front. I think that was turn 2 where we went a little bit slowly through. Here we go now into turn 11 and 12, which is still for me the most difficult part of the track, and we completely messed up the line there with missing the apex by a country mile for turn 11. That's not too major. I think still on here for more than just a good lap, I guess. Just getting the green, not the purple one, I guess. But I think that's quite okay. Here we go then. Penultimate corner, locking up the front left tire, which is not too good to see. We definitely have to avoid that and qualifying all the race afterwards. But for now, it's okay, I guess. And that's basically it for this tire. We'll now onto the tire wear test, and this is actually my first lap, and I thought, okay, let's just push a little bit and see how bad the tire wear is on this first lap. And you can see we're not doing particularly good in that first lap. Out of 7 we're doing, and look at this corner is actually very yeah, it's hurting the tires very heavily now around the final corner, but we can't. Yeah, that will be a red lap to begin with. That's great, I guess. So, not too good, but well, the next lap was also not too good. But after that, I just said, okay, let's just drive a little bit slower, and then you will be fine. And you can see now on the last lap how I actually did it for these next 5 laps. A little bit slower on the way, still in the target lap time. I mean, over a second under it. It's not really difficult to match that. Here we go. Very slowly through there, I have to say. And especially very easy on the tires. In this corner, still the bar is slightly going to the left. Here we go, around the final corner again. And that's basically it for this tire wear. Things ended with 3 purple laps in the end. We're also getting that one, not the best result there, but the green one I think is okay, I guess. To get some points for the R&D, and yeah, this graph here is actually quite nice, just to see how consistent you're on the lap times. Well, I wasn't, because I was mainly focusing on getting that into the green or purple thing there. It was not, I mean, yeah, not really the best. But now onto the qualifying pace test. This is actually the only lap I'm doing. Well, the fastest lap, did the other 3 laps as well, but this was definitely the fastest one, as this was my first lap. It was a reasonable lap, and a little of oversteer, well, quite a bit of oversteer there, but I mean, it was, I guess, not such a bad lap with a 28.1, and that puts up P2 for the moment.
Over the line, your top 3 again are Hamilton, Rosberg, and Daniel Ricciardo. That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
Alright, we are finishing P5 in that practice session, which is not too bad, I guess. I mean, grip levels are not really quite there, and we definitely improve our time. And this now actually is all about these R&D things. We will get the points for our past tests basically we made. And here we go then. There's a man standing up and coming towards us. I think that's our R&D assistant.
My name's Chris, and I'll be working with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development. It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Chris, for that information. And I think we are going to do now our first upgrade of the car, and you can see here what we can choose. And I most likely choose now the downforce, because of course India is not really the best on the downforce. It has very good slow straight line speed and stuff, but downforce is not really that good. And I think we match now Toro Rosso.
Rival you have. Check his stats out.
Okay, we're getting a new rival. I think that's our teammate for the moment. Don't know if that actually changes during the races. How depends. I think it depends on how good you are doing, but for the moment Nico Hulkenberg will be our opponent or our rival. So we're straight jumping into qualifier 1, and we're now on my on my Q1 lap, and yeah, just making sure with the super soft tire that we're getting into Q2, as I don't really know how fast the AI on Legend, how fast the legendary AI are. Battle sets a 26.4 for the moment. Here we go around the final corner. Not the best exit out of there, but it's just going to be a decent lap, I guess. Decent time, yeah, 27.4. It is in front of her teammate actually, and 1 second behind Vettel, so that's not too bad, I guess. I think we will straight retire from that session because it was a good lap. I have to say, it was a good enough lap, and we are finishing that session in P8. Now that's, I think, good. So I mean, we're also in a good position here for Q3, but I think now in Q2 the drivers will get faster and faster and faster, and this is my Q2 lap actually. Here we go then around the first corner, a little bit missing the apex there, coming a little bit on the curb there, which wasn't ideal. Still a good exit out of there. The 100 meter board into second gear. Again, not hitting the apex quite as much as I wanted to. The curb on the outside, but you want to touch either. And here we go then into turn 6, I think that is, and turn 7, also avoiding the curb on the outside, which is crucial sometimes in order to just get a safe lap in. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to improve that time from before, because the lap wasn't that good, I have to say, especially the first part of the lap wasn't really good. Now coming into the third sector, a good entry here. Slightly of a cut there, but the game didn't notice that. yeah, it's a very good lap, as you could also see by the split time. We weren't that far off of Raikkonen actually, who's now who's in P1 at the moment. Now just second gear, a little bit tight approach to that corner, but not too bad. Around the final corner now. Here we go, and this is going to be a very good lap, I guess. Yeah, only 2 tenths behind Ricciardo at the moment. That's a P3. That's a very decent try here. And well, I think I'm very happy with that, and we'll try retire straight away again. And we will see where we are lining up in Q3. Definitely in Q3. Yeah, P5 actually. So that was way better than I expected it would be. And 4 tenths only behind Rosberg, who's P1 with a 26.2. So yeah, definitely in the shot here for maybe a top 5, top 7 finish here. I think that's our target now for Q3. And if we can improve that lap just a little bit, I think in this 3rd sector is definitely where we can improve. That's also where the AI are usually faster than me. Just not very good in that last sector, but very good in the 1st sector. And here we go then, Q3, going straight on the flying lap here. And do not have any problems with traffic here. So what can we do here in our first career mode episode in this first qualifying round, Melbourne, round 1? And this exit here out of the final corner was very good. Here we go then into 8th gear, on rich mixture of course. Just a little bit in front of the 100 meter board into first corner. That was better than in the Q2 lap here. Taking a tighter line on the better exit, not touching the curb too much on the outside. Again, waiting for the 100 meter board, locking a little bit, locking up the tires a little bit, but nothing too major. I think that for a Q qualifying lap, that's not too bad if you lock up some tires. A bit too much on the curb here on the outside. Now the first sector, 28.9. That's a very good first split time, I have to say. Here we go then. So we now approach the Clark chicane. Again, waiting for the 100 meter board into 2nd gear, actually. Straight up into 3rd again. Rosberg with a 27.1. We will definitely beat that if we can. And what does the split time say? We have 5 tenths, half a second faster than Rosberg on that lap. Oh, a little bit of sliding there, but we managed to keep it on the track. Ricciardo with a 26.8, and that could be beatable if we are improving, or if we are doing a similar lap to last time out. And now Hamilton with a 25.8. That's a very good time. Definitely not going anywhere near that. We're coming around the final corner. That was a better 3rd sector than last time out, and probably a similar time. At 126.589, well, it was a 10 faster almost than the last lap. It is P5 at the moment in that first stint I made. 7 tenths of pole position. That is very good. It would be very good to be in P5 for that first. That would be very good starting position, but I still have 1 fresh tire to use. Here we go then into the first corner. In that only lap I will do. Little bit too wide there, we'll lose us some time. The Delta also says already 2 tenths down on that first lap. And sliding, and yeah, that's the end of this lap. And because I was a little bit less on fuel this time, I'll definitely not complete that lap. And it is P5 in the end, so what a start, what a first qualifying session for the season.
But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Hamilton, Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
So Hamilton pole position and Max Verstappen in 2nd, and a little bit surprising that Nico Rosberg and Daniel Ricciardo are in 7th and 8th. But very good qualifying session for us, just barely hanging on to that P5. I mean, the top 4 were too good anyway. And yeah, that's basically it for this first career mode episode. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like there and subscribe for more F1 2016 content. And the race will come tomorrow in a bit, as we see some resource points and well, how the rivalry is developing with Nico Hülkenberg. But I will leave you alone now with that final clip, and I will see you tomorrow with the race. Bye bye.